Hi everyone, I'm Amanda L, and today we are doing a full body yoga flow to hit every part of the body, strengthening and stretching. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started right away on our backs. So coming onto your back, bring your knees with you as you make your way there. And as you hold onto your knees, also just letting them fall away from you, creating some length through the spine. Maybe closing your eyes, gentle rock from side to side. Bringing some awareness to your breath, to the sensations of your body, maybe your hands on your knees, the points of contact of your spine connecting you to the mat, to the ground beneath you. And then giving your knees a squeeze in towards your body. You can keep that rocking motion going. And letting them fall to one side, coming into a gentle twist. Sweeping them up through center and over to the other side. And then coming back to the middle. Holding onto your knees once more, just pausing here for a moment. And rocking and rolling on your spine a couple of times. And once you're done rocking and rolling, you're just coming into a nice cross-legged seat on your mat. Once you get there, placing your palms down onto your knees, big inhale, heart reaches forward. Then as you exhale, rounding through center, hanging onto your knees as you roll back. Big inhale, reaching forward. Easy exhale, rounding back. One more time, big inhale. And a nice long exhale as you round. And then just taking some circles with your spine here. Just rolling one way. You can make them as big or as small as you would like. And then reversing the direction of those circles. Coming onto all fours. Once you get there, keeping the movement going through the spine, some cat-cows, maybe swaying a bit side to side, round and round. Coming into a wrist stretch, pointing your fingertips towards your knees. Breathing into the space where you feel the most, maybe pausing in stillness or starting to press back and forward. Breathing into it. Pointing your fingertips out to the sides and then leaning from one side to the other. Feeling the weight shifting, fingertips spread wide, activating through the fingers. Pressing through every piece of the palm. And then palms face up, bending through the elbows, and then pressing up. When you press up, can you bend your fingertips in to make a fist? You probably won't make it the whole way, that's totally fine. If you need less weight, bring your knees closer towards your body. Spreading your hands, your fingertips wide, bending through the elbows, and then pressing up, making a fist. One more time, fingertips wide, elbows bent, pressing up, fist, release, and then sitting back on your heels, just shaking out the wrists, the hands. Coming back onto the wrist, tucking your toes, hips lift high, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through your feet, swaying your hips a bit side to side, just getting some wiggles out. And then we settle into stillness. Big inhale. Let something go on the exhale. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale. Let it go. Exhale. On your next inhale, your right leg sweeps up and back, down dog split. Bend the knee, open the hip, and then bring that knee to nose. Big inhale, down dog split. Keep the knee bent, opening the hip, pausing here once more. And then send it to the front knee to nose. One more time. Down dog split, bent knee, open hip. Rounding forward knee to nose. Dropping the shin down to the mat. Rounding up knee to nose. Twice more just like that. Letting it drop. Lifting it up. One more time down. Pressing up. And then sending the foot to the top of the mat. Back knee drops down. Big inhale, arms reach high. Low lunge. Can you keep your hands up or at your sides as you shift back, runner stretch? Big inhale, shifting forward into your lunge. Now on your exhale, rounding back, runner stretch. If you need to bring your hands down, totally cool. You can definitely do that. For a bit more activation, as you reach forward, sinking your hips forward, your arms reach up. Maybe keeping your arms up or at your sides as you sink back. This time, as you come forward, pressing into an airplane pose, firm through that right foot, arms reaching back behind you. And then tipping your left toes to the back of the mat, high lunge, arms reach high. Big inhale, everything lifts. Easy exhale, soften in. Twice more, big inhale. Easy exhale. One more time, big inhale. This time, palms plant down, straightening out through the front leg, folding over that leg. Pyramid pose. Bending through both knees as you shift your hips back to come forward once more, airplane. Right fingertips graze the mat, opening up into a half moon. Sweeping through center, twisting towards that front leg, twisted half moon. Back toes drop down. Your right hands meet your back of your left leg as you're in a twisted stretch in your lunge. Rounding forward and opening up, warrior two. Pausing here for a moment, breathing, finding your center, finding your grounding space, feeling your feet press into the mat. Arms floating out at your sides. Big inhale, everything lifts high. Easy exhale, warrior two. Twice more, big inhale. Easy exhale. One more time, big inhale. Long exhale, warrior two. Right away, tip it on back, reverse. Up and over, extended side angle. Left palm plants down onto the mat, opening into a twist towards that right side. Right palm plants down, stepping back, plank pose, holding here for a moment, building strength, building connection. Connecting to your breath, connecting to your toes and your hands as you feel them pressing into the mat. Lowering all the way down onto your mat. Untucking your toes, fingertips out at your sides. Big inhale, rounding up, heart reaches forward. activating through the glutes, through the back body. And then rounding down. Big inhale, heart reaches high. And exhale, release. One more time, big inhale. Easy exhale, pressing your palms down, shifting your hips up and back, child's pose. You can have your hands out long, or maybe just under your forehead, creating a little pillow as you come to this space. Just being here in this moment. Big inhale. And a nice long exhale. Coming up through all fours into your downward dog. Let's hit the other side. Left leg reaches high. Big inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then rounding forward, knee to nose. Twice more, just like that. Big inhale. Down dog split, keep the knee bent. And then round it forward, knee to nose. One more time, big inhale, reaching back and open. Pressing into the mat as you round forward, knee to nose. Dropping the shin down, pressing up. Twice more, down and up. Once more, down and up. Sending that foot to the top of the mat. Back knee drops down. Big inhale, arms reach high, low lunge. Either keeping your hands up or if you need them down, that is great as well. Shifting your hips back, runner stretch. Big inhale, sweeping forward into your lunge. And then on your exhale, sweeping back, runner stretch. One more time. Inhales you forward. Exhaling back. This time as you come forward, pressing onto the left foot, airplane pose. Fingertips reach back behind you. Pressing firmly down through the left foot. And then dropping the back toes back into a high lunge, arms reach up. Big inhale, lift high. Easy exhale back into your lunge. Your inhale creates space. Exhaling, softening back in. One more time, big inhale. Easy exhale. Straightening out through both legs, folding over the front leg, pyramid pose. Gentle bend through both knees as you reach your hips back just a bit to come forward, airplane lunge or airplane pose once more. Left fingertips down, half moon. And then switching sides, twisting towards the front leg. As you drop your right toes down, your left hand reaches back to meet that leg, coming into a revolve twist in your high lunge. Sweeping through center, opening to your warrior two. Pausing here. Resting in this active space that we don't typically think about for rest. How can you soften? How can you create more ease, more calm in this period of building strength, in this challenging space? Big inhale, everything reaches high. Easy exhale, warrior two. You know where we're going. Big inhale. Easy exhale. One more time, lifts you up. Settling back in, and this time right away, tipping on back into your reverse before sweeping forward, extended side angle. Right hand meets the mat, left one reaches high. And then the left one comes down as well, plank pose. Holding here, breathing. And then going through your flow or just meeting back right away in your downward dog. Big inhale, down dog split. Right leg lifts high. Right away, knee to nose. Lowering it down to the mat once. Pressing up, knee to nose. And then dropping that foot down between your hands. Right away, rolling up into a high lunge. Settling in here for a moment. Big inhale, everything lifts. Palms come together at the chest. And then hooking the left elbow on the outer edge of the right knee. Twisting towards the right. Pressing firmly down into the right foot as you shift your weight forward, chair twist. Left foot meets the right, twisting towards that right side. Big inhale, arms reach high through center, chair pose. Airplane arms, dropping your arms beside your hips as you lift your heels high, balancing in your chair. Just on the top, or just on the balls of your feet. How low can you go? Maybe you can make it the whole way down, slowly down to your heels. And wherever you're at, just coming back into that chair, balancing up on the ball of your feet. Putting your heels down. Big inhale, arms reach high, straightening out through the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Planting down the palms, either coming into a squat or if you'd like to play with a crow pose, bringing the backs of the knees, or the fronts of the knees to the backs of the arms, looking forward, leaning forward. Maybe one toe comes off the ground. Maybe they both do, maybe neither do, and you are just here practicing on shifting the weight wherever you're at. Play around here for a few breaths. And then find your flow and meet me back in downward dog. Big inhale, left leg sweeps high. Down dog split, bent knee, open hip. Rounding forward, knee to nose. Dropping the shin down. Rounding up. Planting the foot between the hands. And then rolling through center. High lunge. Big inhale, everything lifts. Palms plant together. Coming through the chest and then twisting towards the left. Hooking the right elbow on the outside of the knee. Shifting your weight forward as your right leg meets the left, chair twist. Big inhale, arms reach high, sinking through your chair. Bringing them towards your sides as you lift your heels high. Can you sink your hips low? Not rounding through the upper body, keeping the back straight, the shoulders back. Maybe lowering down to the heels. Maybe just pausing and breathing where you're at. Wherever you are, coming into chair with your heels lifted still. And then palms, or soles of the feet plant down, arms reach high. And now your palms meet the ground as you fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Easy exhale, fold. You want to play around again with another crow pose. Maybe just hang out in a squat. The journey is yours. Choosing your own adventure. And then flowing through whatever you would like before meeting in a downward dog. Let's bring our knees down, sinking through our hips, either coming up to sit or coming into a child's pose. Taking a moment here to breathe, to center, to ground into this space. So often we get caught up in the movement and making the poses pretty and perfect and trying to follow along, that we can get caught up. We can lose that presence, that state of being here. Coming back to being here, remembering, continuing to practice that. The more that you do, the more that you exist in the space, the more that you will remember it in those times of distraction. Meeting me in downward dog. Right leg reaches high, down dog split. This time just taking the foot to the top of the mat, rounding up through center into your high lunge. Big inhale, everything lifts. On the exhale, bending through the back knee, dropping it to the mat, and then lifting up, big inhale. Exhale, bending the back knee, touching the mat. Big inhale, everything lifts. And you guessed it, one more time, dropping the knee down, lifting it up, opening up, warrior two. Big inhale, lifting through center, sinking down into your warrior two and lifting the right heel up off of the mat. Making sure the right knee is pressing right in front of you, a little bit back, not leaning and collapsing in. Dropping the heel down, big inhale, lifting high. Easy exhale, planting down, the left hand, right hand reaches high. This time dropping down the back knee, maybe grabbing a hold of it with that right hand, sinking into the stretch. Just for a brief moment before letting that foot go, palms plant at the top of the mat, stepping into a plank. Side planking on the right arm, whatever side plank you would like to explore. Maybe dropping the left foot back, pressing your hips high into a wild thing. And then coming back into your plank pose. Lowering halfway down, pressing right back up, side plank on the left hand. Choose your own adventure with whatever you'd like to do with that top leg. Bringing it back behind you, hips lift high, wild thing. Plank pose. Lowering halfway down, pressing up. Since we've been doing lots of threes today, let's go halfway down, right back up. One more time, halfway down, right back up. Back downward dog, good job. Left leg reaches high, down dog split. This time sending it forward right away, planting it down. Rounding up high into your high lunge. Big inhale, everything lifts. Easy exhale, dropping the right knee down onto the mat, pressing it right back up, big inhale. Easy exhale, slow lower, tap and lift. And one more time, lowering down, lifting right back up, opening up warrior two. Right away, lifting that left heel up, making sure that knee is pressing open and not collapsing in. Planting the heel down, big inhale, lifting everything. Easy exhale, warrior two. Sliding that right hand down onto the mat. Right knee follows. Big inhale, twisting towards the left, maybe grabbing the back foot. Just for a moment of a brief, stretchy release. And then finding a plank pose. This time side planking on your left hand, starting here, right away, wild thing. Back through center, lower halfway down, press right back up, open up, wild thing, or side plank on this side, followed by wild thing, getting ahead of myself. And then one more plank pose. 3 more lowers and lifts, doing them at your own pace. And then meeting in downward dog whenever you're finished up there. Let's stretch things out big. Inhale, right leg reaches up, landing in a pigeon. Finding your stretch here in the pigeon. Maybe you go deep, maybe you stay up, making it your own. Pressing your way up and out of that, back into your downward dog. Big inhale up through the nose. Long exhale out the mouth. Left leg reaches high. Pigeon pose. Molly is helping me with a few adjustments here. Maybe you have a friend of your own to do so as well. Wherever you are at, slowly making your way up and out into a final downward dog. Walking your feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Bringing your heels in, toes out, sinking into a squat. We will just be here for a breath before making your way through a seat and onto your back. Once more, taking your knees with you. Letting them fall away, coming back to where we started. Just noticing how you feel here. And then releasing the clasp of your hands around your knees, letting your feet fall to the floor with a thud. I only did one because Molly is loving on my other foot right now, but you let them fall to the floor with a thud, and then either relaxing here or bringing your legs out long. Shavasana, the integration. Do not skip the integration phase. This is where the magic happens. Slowly starting to wake things up by wiggling your fingers into your toes. Rolling through your wrists and your ankles. Taking a big stretch up above the heads. And then coming up to sit. Taking your time, making your way there. Maybe you keep your eyes closed as you do so. Taking a big inhale, arms reach high, planting your palms together up above the head, pulling your thumbs down into your chest, connecting to your heartbeats. Big inhale up through the nose. Long exhale out the mouth. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I would love to hear from you. Any special requests for any future classes or anything like that, please do let me know. And with that, I will see you next time.